morning, everybody. It's early. It's probably 6 a.m. Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everybody. I decided to do this video now because I didn't think I'd be able to get one in today, later today, because of the parties that we're having here at the house. So, I'm going to talk about what nobody's talking about with Rdbx versus AMC. And the 12:01 close that we saw on Friday. We talk about market manipulation all the time, and we talk about how it's dead set against us, the retail investor. And yeah, they have multiple ways of destroying us and getting our money. And it's been proven over the past year and a half that it's an uphill battle for us, and chances are we're going to lose. My question is, if you paid attention to Friday, options expiring in the money, closing auction, end of day, we needed to bank over 12 to win this war. Win this battle, not the war. As AMC did with their $8 win at 8:01. Why in the hell did we win the 12:01 battle? Why did they allow us to win, knowing that was going to bring in another 2.5 million shares that quite possibly, even if it's a small percentage that's going to be exercised, that will add a ton of strain onto the hedge funds that are shorting this stock? Because now, if we decide to exercise those options, we're taking shares away from the float, shares that already don't exist to cover. Why did the market makers allow us to do it? Why? If they're so set against us, they could have had that puppy come in at 11.90, you know? But they let us win that battle, which does take me back to AMC, when AMC won the 8:01 battle. Just a few weeks after AMC took that 8:01 win, she began to rip. Now, we don't have a lot of time with Redbox. We don't know what each week is going to bring us, but we were just handed a 12:01 win, which tells us that just added more ammunition to the Redbox rip. I want to talk to you guys about dark pools, because at the closing auction, when you have a lot of these shady market makers coming together with buyers and sellers, that's what the closing auction is. That's why you guys see the last 30 minutes of trading. Tickers are going nuts. Why are they going nuts? Day traders are hopping in on that last 30, just so you guys know. I make a lot of money on that last 30 minutes. Because there's huge fluctuations in prices with these tickers, because it's the closing auction where buyers, sellers, market makers are all coming together to negotiate the final price of that stock. Another head scratcher. Why did we get 12:01? Why was it specifically 12:01? If you ask me, it's because it was actually 15 or 16 or higher. They knew they couldn't fight off the retail. They knew they couldn't hide it all in dark pools. They had to give us the win. They had to give us the 12-0. They said, fuck it. If we're going to let them win, we're going to let them win by a fucking penny. I'm going to read an article from Goldman Sachs. They're under investigation. The SEC is actually doing their jobs. Now, I don't have my glasses, so I might fucking, distort some of these words because my vision is jacked. Goldman Sachs dark pools right now are under investigation for abuse. Just like all these dark pools. This is how it works, y'all. I have Robinhood. A lot of you guys have Robinhood. A lot of y'all make a lot of fucking money on Robinhood. You go. You go, motherfucker. You make that money. I don't give a shit. Robinhood gets an order, they're going to hand it off to Citadel. This shit goes down in split seconds because it's all done via computers. The order comes out of Robinhood through Citadel. Citadel now decides the price you get the ticker for. If it's AMC and you just put in a buy order through Robinhood or Webull, it goes to Citadel. Citadel decides the price you get it for. That's why when you guys just slam in a buy order and you're like, oh, it's sitting at $11.50, but then when they sell it to you, you bought it at $11.52, and then you go back and you look at the price and it's still $11.50, and you're like, well, where the fuck did the 2 cents come from? The 2 cents came from Citadel. They added 2 cents on to the price. Now, Citadel could be paying Robinhood $90 million a year for that payment for order flow. Citadel in exchange is 10x in their money. They're making $900 million a year, just an example, off of that 2 cents, but they're doing it in volume, huge volume. Now, what does Citadel do with the order? Citadel says, fuck it, put the order into our dark pool. Let it sit in that dark pool for a minute. They don't have to send it to the lit exchange. Most of the time, they do not send it to the lit exchange. So I'm going to read to you proof of, well, the SEC actually doing their job, why they're stomping on Goldman Sachs. But here it is in plain English, okay? The name of the dark pool is called Sigma X. That is the name of Goldman Sachs' dark pool. Sigma X is under investigation because it's an unlit market where pre-trade prices are not available to the public and are only reported after they have occurred in darkness, and that is if Goldman Sachs is reporting them at all. They are under investigation for Sigma X, their dark pool, unethical practices. Now this went into effect in May, so I'm sure they're still unraveling Goldman Sachs. I don't have an update. I didn't look for an update. There it is. They are under investigation for not reporting lit exchanged sales. Okay? That's got me saying to myself, there's no doubt in my mind that Friday, a lot of money was thrown into the dark pool. They handed us the 1201 because there's so much retail coming in on Redbox right now. There is a ton of retail stomping on Redbox. They couldn't hold it back. So instead of saying, okay, you whooped our ass, they just give us the 1201. That's all they did. But at some point next week, that money has to make it to the lit exchange. Do you guys hear what I'm saying? There's no way we came in at that's bullshit. That's a bullshit coerced number. We came in probably $15 fucking dollars, $16, $17 fucking dollars, yet they wouldn't give it to us. They wouldn't give it to us in hopes of stomping the price down even harder in the aftermarket. Thinking, okay, we're gonna throw the 1201 in there, but maybe they'll beat the price down aftermarket. Then we can come out of the lit exchange, throw those numbers in there, and it'll barely affect the ticker. That didn't even happen because aftermarket, it barely budged. That's them saying, okay, they're beating us, but we can still manipulate this because if there's enough fear in the market, if there's enough fear in Redbox, if we can put out enough stories to scare these people out of the ticker, then we can nudge the price back up and it barely affect us. Instead of us driving it to 17, creating FOMO, creating excitement, then she goes to 21, then we're really fucked. You see what I'm saying here? This is what's important. Because this is what you got to look at and say, okay, next week when the price really does drive, look, pre-market, coming out of pre-market, if the price is back to 17 fucking dollars, what I'm saying is 100% factual. That we closed $3 higher than what they gave us. Now it's coming out of the dark pools into the lit exchange Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All right? Guys, I sold and I will continue to sell. I'll continue to do what I got to do to make money. If you were to find out 75% of Redbox or higher is owned by heavy hitters, okay, institutions. Those shares are locked up. They can't be, tossed into the free float. But if you were to find out on Tuesday that they're unlocking those shares and those institutions are now about to sell, what would you do? You see, you're finding out new information that is going to hurt the value of your shares that you hold. What would you do? Well, you know what I would do? I would sell immediately because I know I'm about to lose an enormous amount of money. I wouldn't say, oh, well, I promised YouTube I wouldn't sell, so I'm just going to lose all that fucking money. No, I would fucking sell. I'm not a dumbass. Just like the other day, I said I was going to hold my 500, but then all this fucking bullshit news came out. And I said, oh, fuck that. I'm selling 400. I'll keep in 100 because I can really afford to lose the 100. At least I'm still up on the 400. And that's why I'm successful in business. I'm successful in life. I have a very luxurious lifestyle because I'm not a fucking fool. I'm not a fucking dumbass. So I told you guys in my video I wasn't going to sell, but I have to do what's right for me. I did fucking sell. Now, I realized after all the information was out that I'm still safe. Lucky for me, I can get back in almost where I fucking sold right now. So it's not that big a deal. I put safety parameters up for myself to make sure I don't lose a lot of money because I'm already losing in other areas. Tesla for one. So my new strategy is this. I can afford to lose the 100 shares that I have in, and I don't give a fuck if I lose them. If I allow myself to add another 50 to that after I day trade Redbox, I might say, okay, here's another 50 that I just don't give a shit about losing, and I recommend that to you all. If you buy Redbox, 10 shares on Tuesday, I want you to say to yourself, I am ready to lose all of this money and I'm okay with it. But I'm also prepared for this share price to go to $1,000 because of what I'm doing. If we get enough people with that mentality, just like we did Friday, we had enough people say, fuck this, we're going to push the price way up and get our $12 so we get 2.5 million more fucking shares to strain this stock. If we get enough people saying, fuck it, I don't care if I lose my 10 shares. I don't care if I lose 20 shares. Guys, when you buy a lottery ticket and you don't win, you immediately lose that fucking money. This is no different. You got to be prepared to lose all your fucking money with Redbox because when you have this high of reward, this is a lottery ticket. When you have this high of a fucking reward on a ticker, the risk is just as high. So my mentality now is anything I hold long on Redbox, I am ready to go to fucking zero, or I'm ready to go to 60 fucking cents when the merger happens. I will be okay with it. So that's why I took my 500 shares down to 100, because day by day, more bullshit is released. The risk climbs a little higher of me losing all my money, same with you, yet the reward climbs just as high as the risk. So, at the end of this story, I believe we're higher than 1201. Next week, you're going to see the actual price if these motherfuckers throw these Friday sales into the lit exchange. Buy Redbox. Buy the fuck out of Redbox because it's damn set to go to $1,000. I don't think I need to explain to anybody why Redbox is ready to actually climb to $1,000 in a matter of 1 to 2 to 3 days. If you buy Redbox, be prepared to lose all your fucking money, all of it. be prepared to lose all your fucking money, but on the flip side, be prepared to win the fucking lottery. Be prepared to win the fucking lottery like I am. When Redbox rips, because it's the same companies shorting these other high short stocks such as AMC, GME, you already know the rest of it trickle down. It will ignite an effect that squeezes all shorts out of all these highly shorted stocks. If we can apply enough pressure to Redbox, this isn't fucking making shit up. The same pressure we applied to GME and AMC, if we can apply it to Redbox, which right now we're barely fucking doing, but if we can do it, anybody that holds AMC will benefit from what we do. Anybody that holds GME will benefit from the Redbox squeeze. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you guys want your squeeze on these other tickers, just buy a little bit of Redbox and force the squeeze. Help us apply more pressure. That is all I got to say in this video. It was quite a bit. Hope you stuck it out, because it's all fact. It's not fiction. It's what's going on. And I broke it down piece by piece so you guys would understand what we're going through right now with Redbox, why we're so serious about this damn play. And even if you're not in the play, why you should be glued to Redbox every single day. Every single day. You should be paying attention to what the hell is happening to Redbox, because it applies to your short squeeze. No matter which the play is you have, Redbox applies. All of it applies to your ticker. All right, guys. Happy Father's Day. Y'all have an awesome afternoon. A beautiful Sunday. Doge Warrior out. Shalom. Everybody, it's early. It's probably 6 a.m. Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everybody. I decided to do this video now because I didn't think I'd be able to get one in today, later today, because of the parties that we're having here at the house. So I'm going to talk about what nobody's talking about with Rdbx versus AMC. And the 12:01 close that we saw on Friday. We talk about market manipulation all the time, and we talk about how it's dead set against us, the retail investor. And yeah, they have multiple ways of destroying us and getting our money. And it's been proven over the past year and a half that it's an uphill battle for us, and chances are we're going to lose. My question is, if you paid attention to Friday, options expiring in the money, closing auction, end of day, we needed to bank over 12 to win this war. Win this battle, not the war. As AMC did with their $8 win at 8:01. Why in the hell did we win the 12:01 battle? Why did they allow us to win, knowing that was going to bring in another 2.5 million shares that quite possibly, even if it's a small percentage that's going to be exercised, that will add a ton of strain onto the hedge funds that are shorting this stock, because now, if we decide to exercise those options, we're taking shares away from the float, shares that already don't exist to cover. Why did the market makers allow us to do it? Why? If they're so set against us, they could have had that puppy come in at 11.90, you know? But they let us win that battle, which does take me back to AMC, when AMC won the 8:01 battle. Just a few weeks after AMC took that 801 win, she began to rip. Now, we don't have a lot of time with Redbox. We don't know what each week is going to bring us, but we were just handed a 1201 win